Alright, so Black Clover Mobile is getting one of the biggest updates we've seen so far. Starting off with obviously the new season coming towards JP and KR. This is going to basically cover the final parts of the Witch Forest, which is going to be obviously when Vanessa does get her little cat. We're also going to see Black Asta, not that we haven't seen them already. And of course, we get to see the final fight between Black Asta and also Ladros, which is going to be interesting to see how they animate it in game because the anime had quite a questionable art style. So, yeah, hopefully they cook here. Also, I guess because the character will be a boss, we will be able to see some animations before the character does eventually come out. I'd like to think it'll be an SSR, but who knows? By far, probably one of the hypest parts of this update is going to be the new festival character, Mereoleona, the third festival to come to the game. And on screen now, you can see her skill page, which is just beautiful artwork. Generally, one of the best things I love about this game so far. On JP, the summon for the character, you do have to buy the special tickets, which will obviously cost your actual currency. You cannot use your actual saved up tickets. However, we've seen with leaks from obviously Global, Black Asta shouldn't be like that on Global, so it's very likely that this ticket feature also won't be the same for obviously Meroleona. But to be fair, we'll worry about that when we get closer towards it comes to Global. The Get With Ring unit is by far probably one of the best things in this game. The fact that you get a free character every season. And they've now updated it and kind of made it better. You're now able to go back towards previous seasons. If you somehow missed a character, like right now, I am missing season 1, which is going to be the Mosa. There's generally no way for me to get her unless she comes out of Reroll banner. I can hopefully get her. But this way, when this feature does eventually come towards Global, we're able to select the character you're missing and do some challenges to obviously unlock the character. But now we have a little bit of a mileage. You now have points, as you can see right here, which is going to be, I seem, easier to do. Right now, if you've done your Gateway of Destiny, you're locked off like 5 days. We're now hopefully able to do it a little bit faster, but you're also now going to get even more rewards. Generally, it's insane they somehow made the system even better, because not only you now get a free character, you're now going to be getting, from looks like it, a bunch of obviously upgrade materials so you can max that character out even faster. A little update that I'm kind of curious how it's going to work out in the future. They've simply just added a timer towards clearing missions. Now, this could mean absolutely nothing. It's just a way to show you how fast you clear a stage. So you can maybe make a guide saying this is the fastest way to clear this actual stage. But if you played the old Black Clover game, Phantom Nights, like 4 years ago now, they had like a high score challenge where you had to complete a stage as fast as possible. So maybe in the future, this is something they're going up to where time actually matters and you're trying to clear through a stage as fast as possible. Some big quality of life updates that I cannot wait to come to Global. First is just visiting a shop. Now, you don't have to go world by world by world. You can now just visit one and then simply scroll through each of the worlds, no matter what part of the world you're in, so you can just instantly just go through every shop possible to make sure you never miss out on any rewards. Once again, this is one of the biggest updates that I've been wanting because it's yeah, so annoying to go through each world and sometimes you forget which one you went to. We've all been there, but when you do get that random SSR skill page ticket, you normally get like 3, 4, 5 of them, and going through it is quite annoying because you have to go through one individually. Well, now on screen, as you can see, it's now going to simply display all of the skill pages that you do get all at once. And I see move for characters as well. Once again, just make it so much easier because sometimes when you have like 10 of them, it's yeah, quite long to get through. Also coming to the game, which is definitely going to shake a lot of things up, it's going to be gear sets. As you can see on screen now, there's going to be 4 new ones, and start up with the first one. This one is, if I'm not mistaken, Charmy's actual skill page. Yeah, the blue Charmy skill page is you get damage reduction by however much you level up the skill page by if your HP is higher than 90%. As you can see right now, the actual new skill set is going to be if your HP is 90% or higher, the effect of reducing damage by 20% if you have 2 of the sets on. If you do have the actual 4 set piece, this is a massive difference here considering what we're used to. When you use the ultimate move, you're going to get a 45% damage dealt effect. Once again, so different towards the damage reduction effect, but yeah, this might shake things up a little bit, and I can see the 2 set one being somewhat relevant, especially right now if it was released right now with the actual blue Charmy being somewhat meta. The next one is going to be when you use a skill, maybe skill 2 or ultimate, the enemy with the high attack power will be given a 8% reduction in damage dealt effect for 1 turn up to 1 time. But when you use the 4 set on this one, when you use a special move, the enemy with the highest total attack power will receive a 35% reduction in damage dealt effect for 2 turns up to 1 time, which I've also just realized is going to be Halloween Noel's actual passive. Very similar, but a bit different. If you don't know, the Halloween Noel is going to apply attackers with a 40% damage reduction debuff effect, which I believe will stack actually. Maybe it doesn't stack because it's the same effect, right? But yeah, this is only towards attackers, and we've seen right now with Asta being defender, we're seeing right now with Mereoleona also being defender. and the big damage dealers sometimes aren't even the actual attacker class. So yeah, that is gonna be good to somewhat counter the defenders. All right, this next gear set looks kind of crazy, not gonna lie. At the start of the turn, you have 35% chance to get a 1 SP buff, which will go quite well with you know who wants to cycle ultimates very fast. But if you apply the 4 set, you're actually going to get a guaranteed rather than being a 30% chance. But you're also going to get a 15% chance to get your skill 2 to reduce by 1 by 15%. So basically, your actual major blessing. I wonder if these two stack, because then there's a 35% chance, which getting that to reduce by 1 and also having your SP buff increase every single time you start your turn. Yeah, that looks good. I would love this gear set right now for my because I'm not really too sure to give him. But yeah, that's something to look forward to. And then the final gear set we're going to be getting is if your physical strength is less than 4%, apply the effect of reducing the amount of damage received by 5%. And then the 4 set is if your attack, you receive a buff that increases your energy by 10%, sorry, some stamina. If you are attacked, you receive a 5% increase in your defense power up to 3 times. Effect will reset at the start of the turn. So very much like obviously Mars' full fire one, that's kind of what it means here. Yeah, that one I'm not really too sure about because the tragedy looks a bit weird. But the other 3 gear sets definitely actually look pretty decent. I'm curious how they're going to handle in the game and if people actually go towards different gear sets for different characters. So boys, this is definitely going to shake some things up here in terms of building up characters rather than just giving them a bunch of speed, defense, and attack. And because I haven't spoken about it yet, but on screen now is Meroleona's updated leak skills, things that can still change and they're not even fully complete. Like we don't have a Grimoire skill just yet, but you can see this character looks very, very good. But it's basically a burn unit. So in the future, when we are going to be getting Charmy, when we get Magna, these burn characters, these are characters you're probably going to start picking up if you want to prepare for obviously Meroleona coming towards the game. And she looks like a character that can actually apply burns passively just by her getting attacks, which is one thing that's definitely going to break the game a little bit. So the damage over time, a little spell, this thing we have in the game that hasn't really been useful might actually start to be useful. Like Ghost, I believe, can do it. It can dispel damage over time effects. So yeah, boys, thank you for watching this video. Let me know if you're excited for obviously Meroleona, these new gear changes, and also the updates towards Gateway Reunion. There's a lot more in the patch notes for JP and KR, but like for example, a boss fight coming, I don't really care about it, and neither should you, to be fair, because most of us are on global. So yeah, these are things that are going to come out in a few months time. Who knows how fast they come, because global is already getting asked in about 3 weeks time. I can definitely see this coming maybe in like May. Who knows? Boys, thank you for watching this video, and yeah, peace.